So. Hi to everyone, guys. How are you there? So, I'm gonna check right now if you are here. If everything is working. Okay. So, guys, how are you? Text me in the comment there. Where are you from? It's pretty interesting to know. Okay, I'm logging into the YouTube actually. I don't know why it's log out. Okay. So. It's pretty interesting to know. Hello, Lisa, Justin. Hello, South Africa. Good to go. How are you, Lisa? I'm really good, guys. How are you? Hope everybody makes a million. Hi, guys. Hi, Lisa. I have from Detroit, Michigan. How are you doing? I'm really good. Thank you so much. Hello, please help me. I'm from India. Well, guys, people that text me help me. The people like just the person, I don't know, even the internet and everything, even me, I will not help you completely, like, just take you from the problems and everything and solve everything, of course not. It's some kind of the not really grown position. Only you can help yourself, like if you have the goals, if you have the ambitions, if you have this kind of the um inspiration inside of you, of course you can help yourself. But at the same time, like, I'm giving a lot of the information, I'm giving the doing the trading sessions for you and everything, so you can use it to help yourself. So this is pretty important. Spain, okay, nice. Bangalore, India. From in Nigeria, okay, perfect. South Africa, hi. Okay, perfect. Oh, it's so many of you. um Good morning, everyone from Florida. That's nice. So many people from US. Hi, Madame from South Africa. Also have a lot of the subscribers from Africa, from India. It's really nice to see you guys here. Virginia, USA. Stephanie from Nigeria, Bangladesh, Albania. Wow, so nice. Detroit, Michigan, but I live in Oregon for the last 20 years. So nice. I've never been in US actually, because first of all, it's pretty far away, and I'm actually not the fan of flights. I feel so tired after all of the flights every time, and it doesn't matter how much I sleep or what I do. It's just like, all of this thing that you need to do all of your things, and I have a lot. Like, my suitcases is always so big. Some of the time, I understand that I cannot take some of the things, so I just leave it literally or just throw it away. uh all of this airport thing that you need to go there 3 hours in advance, wait, sometimes it's delays, and you're like, oh my god, this is so long. So for me, the people that travel from, for example, from Asia to US, you're the heroes for me, because that's pretty impossible. Not impossible, but anyway, it's pretty good downward trend here. So I'm gonna open here trades in the downward direction for 3 minutes. As you can see, I just saw it. Actually, it was the first chart that opened, but as you can see, it's pretty good downward trend. Again, guys, I don't recommend to follow trades here on the live stream because it's pretty big delay. You can open the same chart and you will see that you have a pretty big delay of like 20 seconds, and it makes a lot of difference. So guys, please don't need to follow the signals on the live stream. We just do it here for the educational things. So it's we have a trading sessions for that. I'm from Netherlands, Amsterdam. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Greetings from Australia. I'm from Nigeria, Bangladesh. Hello, Lisa. Mike from Tanzania, Albania, Nigeria, Georgia. Oh my god, so nice. Kosovo. Okay. What country is that? Oh my god, we have such a big reversal here. I just I just didn't look for this for like 10 seconds, and it reversed so much in the upward direction, even though it's pretty good upward trend. So that's what could happen as well, and that's why a lot of people quitting it really quickly, because, for example, they learn that, okay, here is the support resistance levels. Let's draw it, right? Here is the resistance level, right? Here is the support level. it was here before, as you can see. From this level, it was also the downward trend. It achieved this level. As we can see, it was a lot of the fluctuations here that the candles were trying, like the sellers were trying to break this level, but they couldn't. They also achieved this level and started reversing in an upward direction. So here we had a pretty fast upward trend for just 4 candles. It achieved this resistance level that was before here as well. So as you can see, right? And after it started reversing in a downward direction. Okay, here we see, okay, it's a downward direction going pretty well. It broke here. I will also draw it for you. Oh my god, oh my god. What is that? Wait a minute, wait a second. Here it is. Oh my god, oh my god, what to do with that? Excuse me. Excuse me. It's not even clicking. It's crazy. How can I delete that? Finally. Boom, we delete it. So here we can see it broke the previous support level, started going in downward direction. What it could mean? It could mean that it's going to be a new support level, because support and resistance levels is always changing. That's why I have the Donchian channels here as well. Guys, if for you it's pretty difficult to find support and resistance levels, use the Donchian channels for that, because we can see it's drawing it pretty good. So for example, before the resistance level was here, 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 and as you can see, it could change pretty fast, right? The same with the support level. It was here, for example. It was here as well before. Then it was here. You see, so it's changing pretty fastly, and you cannot know for sure for 100% that, by the way, the payout here is 56%. Hello. So, okay, it's fine. So we're going to open the other trade somewhere else. So, yeah, so it's always changing. So you need to check it out, the situation on the market, and you also need to understand that the situation could change pretty fast. So, for example, even if you see this good downward trend right here that was before, if we will cover all of these fluctuations, like here it was pretty cool downward trend. All of the indicators was giving us a sell signal as well, but boom, and here's a reversal happened, you see. So what you can do here, you see that, okay, you didn't close the trade in the plus. We have a choice to stay on this currency pair or just to change it, because here it's still not that confidently upward direction, because it's just one green candle, and as you can see, here's already the red candle formed. So it could be again the downward trend for just a few candles, for example, till this level, then only it will reverse. So here's a lot of the options how it could go, you know, and like what kind of the options it will end as well. So it's better to, first of all, analyze everything. Second of all, to use risk management. This is what we talking about today. What is that? Why the quality is so bad? I just noticed that right now. Guys, text me in the comments if the quality is bad. But it should be fine, actually. Why it's like that? Oh my god. I hope it's gonna be better. Hello? So yeah, in case of something in the settings, you can change the quality to higher one, and it's gonna be better. So. Is it working? Yeah, it should work. Here's everything is great. Oh, I love YouTube. It's always like this. So yeah, here we can see a pretty good reversal. We can open here a trade in the upward direction, but here's a payout, first of all, for 56%. It's not that much. To recover our losses, we need more payouts. So now we'll find something new. I didn't finish your comments. So guys, yeah, if you have any comments, any questions and everything, sorry, just text in the chat. If something is bothering you, you have I don't know, so kind of the question that's sitting in your head for a long time, always welcome in the private messages, guys, of course. I'm gonna check it out. If maybe it's my phone or something. I don't know exactly, because here everything is great. I hope you hear me and everything is working. It could be just my VPN, because I use VPN right now on the phone. So it could be because of that. Okay, I think it's working. Just me. I don't have no lag. Okay, perfect. Haliza watching from Nigeria. Nice. Venezuela. So good. The quality is good. Okay, I think it's just me. Haliza, you are in very good mood today. Well, I'm always in a good mood now. But yeah, of course, sometimes I have this kind of the things that I'm not in the really, really good mood. But actually today, guys, I slept for 6 hours. 6 hours, how about that? Because I'm gonna have a flight really soon. Ooh, hello. I would just open here a trade just for the plot, you know, because wow, it's such a good big green candle here. It's crazy, just crazy. Wait, I want to check it out how it looks on M3, M5. Okay, perfect. So we can see it's pretty good. Upward trend. It's probably, yeah, it's GBP slash GPI. It's probably some news happens. Need to check it out, by the way. Let's check it out right now. GBP slash GPI. But if we would knew about this news before, we could get here this kind of the really nice upward trend. GPI news. I'm texting to ChatGPT actually right now. You can also do the same. GBP slash GPI news for August 7th right now. Right now, because it's different time everywhere. Searching the web. I love ChatGPT, guys. I don't know how about you, but text me in the comments, by the way, if you really big fan of ChatGPT, because me, yes. Even though a lot of people is like, oh, ChatGPT is not that great, and sometimes it's giving a fake information. I love it. It's giving me the questions to everything. Sometimes when I have a bad mood or something, I can just text to ChatGPT like, hi, I have a good mood. Can you support me? It's supporting me like the best psychology person or someone else or my friends, even though I love my friends, of course, and everything in my family. But sometimes, you know, you have something that you want to say privately, so you say it to ChatGPT. Maybe it's not private after, you know, and all of the boats is you know, reading all of my messages. But anyway, so it's supporting so good. It's giving you all of the facts. It's you know, giving you step-by-step advices, no matter what is it about, you know, trading or your personal life or something else, you know. It's so great. So yeah, here is the news that I have for the 7th August. Yeah, you can see here's a good upward trend. So here it is. First of all, it's positive technical signal. GBP slash GPI gained bullish momentum, breaking above 195. You see, 190. Oh, even before 195. Yeah. Okay, it's like pretty long time ago. Hello. Here, and reaching 197.15, indicating strong buying pressure. Yeah, 197. We can see it here, guys. Here, you see the gray label here. 197.15. It may rise toward 198.80 if we would open it for a longer time of the expiration. We just did have a little bit, as you can see, we were in the plus. Maybe we can just open for a longer time of the expiration. Like this, we're gonna open the catch up here. The expected trading range for the day, 196 to 197.90. Okay, so we still have some. Actually, 90 is already here. So okay, let's see here. GBP slash GPI remains above 196, but uncertainty persists. Okay, potential because Bank of England rate decision expected, so that's why. After climbing over the past 2 days, it started to decline to 196.30. Okay, partly due to weaker than expected UK housing data. Okay. A possible 25 basic point rate cut by the Bank of England is perceived as dovish and could further weaken the British pound. Okay, but it's gonna be further only, not now. Okay, we need to close the straight and the plus. Everything's working great. That's awesome. Careful what you share with the ChatGPT. Well, maybe, but I trust the ChatGPT. No, I'm kidding. Of course, it's not like some kind of the too much maybe personal question or something. It's just about, you know, some things that on the mind. Time is exactly the same. Well, okay, that's good, but you know, it's still I think big delay here. I see here the message in Russian that you're the best teacher of trading. I love your work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Justin. Do you need to understand trading strategies to do copy trading? well, if you follow someone's signal by copy trading, but actually, like, I was doing it like before, and it's a lot of the technical difficulties there. So for me, I found out that it's better just to trade by yourself or following, for example, signals when you can also control the situation. Hi, mentor, do you recommend stopping after a certain number of wins or loses per day? Yes, I was having, I think, the video about that, about the risk management as well. Especially in the start, when you have, for example, you have a good profits and everything, you're so excited that you cannot stop sometimes, and you start putting more per trade and more and more and more, or if you trade for a few hours in a day, you feel exhausted, but at the same time you feel exciting, so that's why you continue. So this is pretty big mistake, because you need to deal not only and trying to deal with the bad emotions, with the stress, that sometimes you handle with the losses, but at the same time you need to handle with excitements, too much, with this kind of the joy and everything of when you win, because it could kill again all of your deposit if you will not stop at some point. So I recommend, for example, for different people, it could be different goals. For example, you have 10 profits is good. Like, you just stop, you have, like, I don't know, plus 10%, 15% to your deposit, for example, per day. And it's great. It's really great. Per 5 days is going to be, for example, like plus 50%, or maybe even if it's less, if it's like plus 5% of your deposits per day, it's still good, guys. Plus 5%. You will, of course, you can find it somewhere, for example, some stocks and everything, investing in something else. But at the same time, guys, believe me, it's better to move slowly, step by step, having plus 5% per deposit, but you're gonna do it permanently. You're gonna have this result permanently than if you today, for example, made plus 30% and then you will make minus 40%. This is not great. So a lot of the people's mistake that when they go to the trading, they think that this is really easy, this is easy money and everything that goes from nowhere, but this is the same work. If it would be that much easy, everyone would probably do that, right? But it's not that easy. So that's why a lot of people firstly go there with a lot of the expectations. For example, even they do plus 30% per day, and they're like, oh my God, this is a gold, literally. And after they start doing this again and again and again, trading like 4 or 5 hours in a day, opening 50 trades in a day, especially when you trade with short term of the expiration, like 4 minutes, 3 minutes, of course you can open a lot of the trades, and that's it. And after, you lose minus 40%. So here you need to find a balance, and need to put yourself a goal. Also, I recommend to put yourself a goal. For example, if you lose, I don't know, 40% of your deposit, you stop. That's why, for example, we have a catch-up system, right? And I recommend you to divide your deposits into 5 steps. So on the last step, it's actually like all of the money that you put per trade. But for now, I already changed the strategy a little bit as well. Yeah, we closed this trade. Finally, it's good. Even though it's like some kind of the reversal candle happened, but it was not that close to our entry point. So, but for now, like, for example, when I see that the trading session is going really difficult, for example, we already changed the currency pair, time of the expiration, and everything else, but I still see that, for example, it's already the 4th catch up, I would better stop just to continue tomorrow, because it's better to continue tomorrow with still some money on the balance than to, lose all of this and after, like, need to deposit again or do something else. So also, I recommend a lot of my subscribers, for example, if you're scary to do a catch-up system fully, for example, your first trade is $10, your next trade is going to be $20. So you double your amount of money per trade. If you're scary to do that, I recommend to, for example, your first trade is going to be $10, right? You didn't close it, and your next trade is going to be $11. So that's how you cover your losses, and still, and you have a zero. So you don't have a profit as in the usual catch-up strategy. With the $20, for example, you will cover your losses of $10 and still have a profit, right? Of like $13, if I'm right. Even less, $3 here, because the payout here is 70%. But for example, here, okay, it's gonna be like $7 of profit if you're gonna double your amount of money, cover your losses of $10, still have a profit of $7, so almost $8. But if you don't want to, I'm like some If you don't want to risk that much, you just open a trade for like $11, just even 12 here needed. So that's how you just cover your losses of $10, and you're like in the zero, but at the same time in the next trades you can have a profit. So that's how you minimize your risk maximum. So yeah, I think this is one of the option, because again, at the start it could be really difficult. What's a ketchup? Oh la la, you don't know what is a ketchup? Okay, let me explain it to you. My favorite topic. So the ketchup, for example, our first trade is $10, right? You see here, $10, and we didn't close. For example, I can show it to you right now. So firstly, we opened here trade for $48. We didn't close it. Okay, the trend changed. We opened the next ketchup, double our amount of money per trade for the previous one. So it's 48 and 48. Two trades by 48 each, right? Or you could just change the amount, but I just decided to click 2 times. So we didn't close this trade as well. So after, I needed to open already 4 trades by $48 each to recover my losses of all of these trades and still have a profit. So let's, for example, calculate, right? So, okay, we opened the first trade, we lost minus 48. Then, minus 48 again, minus 48 again, minus 144. Then, but we close the trade in the plus. Here's plus 41.76 plus 41.76 plus 41.76 plus 41.76, because we closed 4 trades in the plus, got a profit of $41 each. Boom, we have a profit of $23, because that's the profit I would also have from the first trade of $48. So this is just the big amount, just because we need to cover our losses of $144, as I told you before, and still have a profit. So here is the same, like I would have the same amounts of the profit if I just close the first trade in the plus. So it's like 90 minus 48. A little bit more. But anyway, of course, with the ketchups, the more the ketchup, the less profit you will have, because depends on the payout also. If the payout is 92%, it's gonna be so much better. But we were trading on the real market, so that's why the payout was there 87%. Is it possible to use ChatGPT to trade? Well, I have the video about that. You can check it out on my YouTube. And actually, I would not say it's bad, because I saw the videos of the other traders that also having their VIP Club signal and everything. And the thing is that they're selling their VIP Club signal. And they were like doing the ChatGPT video and saying that, oh, ChatGPT is so bad. It's giving not really great signals. It's not profitable, everything. Just guys, go to my VIP Club to trade there. I'm absolutely without any hesitation say that ChatGPT is working really great if you're texting great message to him. I mean, like, for example, okay, here it is. Hello, ChatGPT. Here is the euro/CAD. I need to open a trade in 1 minute, because while you're going to send the screenshot, while you're going to send the text, while he's going to answer to you, it's going to be 1 minute. So you say in 1 minute exactly, I want to open a trade for 5 minutes, time of the expiration for this amount of money. Now the price, for example, on this level, 1.60068. So tell me in what direction I should open a trade in 1 minute, buy or sell. And it's giving you pretty clear answer, actually, depending of analyzing of all of the candlestick patterns of support resistance levels, also the indicators that you have here. So it's actually giving a pretty good analyzing. Of course, it's always 2 deposit direction that could be, of course, and it's giving you the most probable situation that, for example, depends on all of this, because it's a downward trend, right? It's going pretty fast. Here on the MACD, we can see all of the last pin bars is red color. The RSI in the oversold zone. We already broke the previous support level, so it continues moving in the downward direction. So mostly for like 70% also, it's like in all trading. When you analyze the chart, you cannot be sure for 100% that the price will definitely go in the downward direction. There's no indicator, there's no bot or AI that will say to you for 100% that the price will go in this direction. Nothing. Like, guys, just don't even believe to people that saying to you that they have some secret magic button or secret magic indicator that will give you 100% profitable signals, because it's not possible in the market sometimes is unpredictable. And I'm saying to you that honestly, because I don't have any idea to sell you something, because for like everything that I do is for free. So I'm telling to you, even when you analyze by yourself, even when you're trading with a big experience, you say to yourself, okay, here it is, support resistance levels, candlestick patterns, blah, blah, blah. And you say to yourself, okay, for 70%, I'm sure, like the most probable, option of that. For 70%, I'm sure that the chart will go in the downward direction because of this. Okay, but there's that 30% that still something could happen. For example, some news drops in this exact minute. Or for example, it's just going to be a reversal for a few candles. Or for example, it's going to be a corrective candles like this, and after the chart will go in the downward direction again. So here's a lot of the options also, a lot of the situation why your trade could not be closed. And you cannot control it for 100%. Again, believe me, guys, there's no indicators, there's no bows, there's no magic buttons that will say you 100% profitable trade. Nothing. Only like 70% maybe, but still there's that 30% that could change your situation. Or for example, you will just not have enough time of the expiration, just 1 second, and boom, your trade is not closing in the plus. For example, it was 10 seconds before you trade, you were in the plus. In the last second, it's fall lower than your entry point, you don't have a profit. Even though it's the upward trend, it's just a little bit of points of between your close price and open price. Do you recommend trading boats? No, I don't. Very true, because again, about the trading boats and everything, it's not that bad. Maybe I didn't try all of them. Maybe there is some trading boat that working pretty good, but actually I didn't saw any of them. First of all, second of all, still all of the AI and all of these boats is still not more smarter than the people. Okay, it can analyze a lot of the information for a few seconds and everything, but still it will not compare with the experience of a trader with 10 years. It will never do that, at least for now. Not never, but like maybe in the future, who knows, because now all of this AI is going pretty fast. But for now, no, definitely. So, and here also, like, it's better to control situation by yourself again. That's why I recommend, even if you follow the signals, even if you, I don't know, do something else, you have a trading boats or something, if it's your decision, learn by yourself to understand the situation. Because a lot of people, when they go to the trading boats, to the copy trading or something else, of course they wait for a good result, but at the same time they don't understand anything about the trading, and after they cannot even analyze it, and they thinking that okay, this is a mistake of that and that and that person and everything. But it's better if you will control it by yourself, and you will see what is the mistakes, so you can also trade better, of course. What indicators are you using right now? First of all, it's Dawn chain channels. Here it is. Then it's MACD and RSI, all with default settings. So here is how you add it. Here's how it is. First of all, Dawn chain channels here in the third line. Then RSI, then MACD. Here it is. Wonderful. It's awesome. Thank you so much. Hello, Lisa. I think real market currency is more easier to catch your entry in time than OTC market, because the real market currency candle is not too fast. We hope to trade in real market always. Well, it's not actually always like that because I think when it was at Monday, I had a voice trading session with my subscribers, and I wish you could see that. I don't know if you were there, but it was jumping. It was just literally flying like this. It was the real market. But at the same time, by a lot of the suggestions and a lot of the questions from you guys asking to trade in the real market, we go to the real market and we trade mostly here. It was, I think, in the end of the trading session. No, I think we were trading till the end on the real market. But some of the time, guys, it was like that. So, like, for example, for full of the half of the trading session, I was trading on the real market, and it was like 4 catch-ups. It was really difficult because it was, I don't remember, it was maybe flat, or it was like fluctuating so much. It was such a big volatility. I think it was EUR/USD because it was so much news happened at one hour literally, so it was jumping like crazy. So, and I checked another currency pairs, and the payout everywhere was like 70%, 60%, and we need to close the catch up, and we need to close it in the plus. So at that moment, like, I changed to the OTC market for just a few trades just to recover our catch up, and we made it. It was pretty good, like downward or upward trend, like really consistent. But yeah, but for now, maybe sometimes I'm gonna use the OTC just if the situation is really really hard to handle and it's not that many currency pairs in the market on the real market. But of course, mostly we trade on the real market right now because it's more convenient for you guys, and of course it's better in some situations. Hello, Lisa, quick question, please. What's the best way to recover from losing straight without chasing loses? It's a big question, but it depends also on the situation. How it happened, were you trading by yourself, how much money you use per trade, 1%, 2%. By the way, text me how much money you were using per trade, how much money you lost, do you still have the money on the account, and a lot of this. So if you have like, if you want me to answer it more detailed, you can text me your situation, how it happened, how much you lost, how much you have in your account, and we will figure it out. The indicators on the screen, yes. So I lost so many, I think, in, comments. Everything is working great. Okay. Hi Lisa, what is the first thing to learn for a beginner getting into trading? Interesting. I think the first thing that I learned as well, it was support resistant levels. Firstly, for me, it was so difficult to understand it. Actually, now I'm remembering myself, and I'm like, I can already see the support resistant levels even without the catch-up system. It's obvious for me. But before, when I just started, I was like, how they understand that this is support, this is resistant level, why it's always changing and everything, because support resistant levels is the basics. So I recommend to start from this. And I just highly recommend to start with just technical analysis in general. So learning, for example, support resistant levels, candlestick patterns, it's pretty important. All of this, wicks, and the body of the candles and more, because it can give you so much information about what could happen next. Here we can open a trade up for 5 minutes. Also, to learn candlestick patterns, first of all, the support resistant levels, analyze the history of the chart as well, also visually, because also you need to understand what type of trading you like more, short time or long time, or like middle. So short time, for example, is up to like 10-15 minutes or something, even shorter actually. It's like scalping, like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes is what we're using. If you like to trade longer for 10-15 minutes, you can choose this type of trading. If you like to trade for hours, for weeks, for example, you have another option. And depends on this, you learn what you need to learn. Because the strategy for the trades of time of the expiration for 15 minutes is absolutely different for trades that last 3, 4, 5 minutes. So the analyzing would be also different. So you can, of course, try all of them, like all of these types of trading, to find your one. And after you already learn step by step. For example, you can start with the short time of the expiration, 3, 4, 5 minutes. But sometimes it's not for everyone because it's pretty fast. Like you need to make the decision also like quickly and everything. So maybe you can start with like 10-15 minutes and use also the indicators and the strategy that works good for this type of trading. For example, alligator indicator, dungeon channels also would be good because that's how you understand support resistance levels, and actually a lot of them that you can use because on 10 to 15 minutes trades, you need to understand the long time trend. You need to understand if the trend will continue or not. Sometimes it could be even difficult at the short time of the expiration, but it depends on the situation, really. When I started learning, it's so confusing to learn candlesticks. I'm right. Yeah, I agree. When I was also learning candlestick patterns, it was such a big mess in my head because it's so many information you need to know. But the thing that helps you to remember all of this is practice. When you catching the same situation every time, you see, okay, this is this candlestick pattern, okay, this one again, this one again, this one again. So that's how you start remembering that already pretty good, and Lisa's bringing solid profits month after month. She's like a goldfish where wishes for your profits come true. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Candlestick is more confused. Teacher, help me. Oh, I think I need to make another live stream about the candlestick patterns because it's a big topic. Emmanuel from Zambia. Hello. Hello. It's me. I'm here today. Nice to see you. Do you recommend trading boats? I already answered to this. Spoiler, no. Very true. It is higher low probability. That is all. Yes. La la la. What do you think of the 5-second strategy, Lisa? I don't think about this at all because I don't recommend anyone to do that. I had the video about that because a lot of people were asking me to do that. And honestly, I was making this video 15 times or 14, something like this, because every time I was just losing money. And I said this, I think, in the video because it was so hard. On 5 seconds, you are not able to understand anything. You are not able to analyze for how long, like in what kind of direction in 5 seconds the chart go. 1 minute, okay, we could see that. 2 minutes, fine. 3 minutes, even better. But 5 seconds, it's nothing. You cannot analyze anything here. It doesn't make any sense. So of course you still can, and some of the traders trade, but actually just for fun and just for the videos. So I did as well, because I never traded in my whole life seriously on 5 seconds, even on 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds. It doesn't make any sense. Absolutely. It's just literally the way to lose all of your money. So don't recommend, guys. Don't use 5 seconds. It's just killing your deposit, definitely. As long you have profit, I don't care what market we trade. Certain indicators set up work better on OTC than on real, but how you set them is critical, and it depends on the overall market stability. I absolutely agree with you. Such a smart person here. Do you ever watch the day candle? What do you mean by candle and look smaller? So text me in the comments, what did you mean here? Hi Lisa, I have $15 remaining on my balance. Can I use it to trade and make 5 ketchups? 5 ketchups, I don't think so. I think 4. So I don't recommend you to use 5 ketchups. First of all, even 4. So it's better if you will. Yeah, we didn't close the trade here. We can see it's reversed in a downward direction. So in your situation, I recommend you to do the strategy as I said you before. For example, the first trade you open for $1 because this is the maximum that recommended for your balance, and the next trade you open for $2. That's it. So if you will have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. I think you will have enough for that, but I still don't recommend because it's such a small amount of money. 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16. Yeah, you will have enough actually for 5 ketchups. Like it's 4 ketchups actually in the first trade, because for the 6th trade, that's gonna be a 5th ketchup, you will not have enough because your last trade should be like $32. And on the 5th trade, you already spent 31. So you will still have $19 on your balance. It's pretty good, but at the same time, pretty risky. So for you, I recommend to, not double your amount of money per trade, but just recover your losses. For example, you open the first trade for $1. The next trade, you also open for $1, for example. Even though you will not recover it actually, because the payout, even if the maximum payout is 92%, you will just get the 92 cents. So you will need to open next trade to get a profit. But at the same time, you can do $2 and recover, you will still have a profit. So it's pretty good and it's not that risky. But if it's going to be the next catch up, like for example, if you didn't close a trade for $2, you open the next one, for example, for $3. I think like this, with the payout of 92, like this, yeah, you can cover your losses, still not still have a profit, just cover your losses. So here is kind of difficult, but at the same time, if you manage it well, yeah, it could be possible. But like, you need to be prepared that it's going to be really, really, really slow. And it's not bad. It just, let's open here, trade down for 5 minutes. You just need to be ready that you will make $10 per day. I'm just honest, actually, because, for example, usually on the trading session, we do 10 signals in the plus that we need to close. For example, with the catch-ups, it could be 15 or 20. But at the same time, for example, if you close 10 trades in the plus, trading with $1 per trade, you're gonna have like from every trade you're gonna have 92 cents with a payout of 92. So that means that that means that you will make $9.2. And it's not bad, I can say, because for example today you will make $10, then tomorrow you will make $10 again, you already have 70, then $10 again, you have 80, then $10 again and again and again and again. Yeah, so it will take a time, but if you will achieve in a month, for example, the results of like plus $200-300, I think this is pretty good result, right? From the area that you didn't work before with the deposit of $50, I think this is pretty good result still. The most time the real market has lower percentage rate than the OTC. Yes, I know. So that's why we were using OTC a lot sometimes, because a lot of people were asking me, no, in the real market it's just like 80% of payout or something else. We don't have enough to cover a catch up. Or for example, yeah, on the OTC it's like more currency pairs with the payouts. Also, it's more currency pairs just in general there. So like I have two types of people that like OTC, that doesn't like OTC. But for now I decided to trade in the real market because a lot of people were asking, so we're gonna test it as well. Lisa, thank you for replying. Of course. I had 20 before and I was supposed to use 1%, but sometimes I used to. Here it is, guys. I'm always telling you about that. I'm always telling you guys, please listen to the rule. Even though you have $20, it's not even 1%. $1 is 1% of $100. It's not 1% of $20. Of $20, it's just a few cents actually. So you even used more than needed. So 20 plus 2. Yeah. So if you if you have $20 in your balance and you need to use 1%, 1% is going to be 20 cents. 20 cents, not $1. And $1, it was how much? It was 5% of your deposit, right? 5%? If I'm right. So you were using much more than 1%, even 2%, even 3%. And I recommend always one, guys. So of course, because you didn't have just enough money for a catch-up. It's impossible, guys. It's impossible. But sometimes I use two. Here it is also. I'm trading now on them to manage risk better and follow your signals correctly. But anyway, yeah, it's good that you trading on the demo now to manage risk and everything. But the most problem here was that you had just $20 and you were using much more than 1% of your deposit. So that's why, unfortunately. It's easy to make 10% and compound daily than try to double money every day. I absolutely agree with you. USD/Rebel, nice up. Let's check it out. Is the OTC? USD, Rebel. But it's OTC, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nice up. But at the same time, we can see here some, like before it was consistent upward trend for just like 5 candles, then it was a corrective red candle already, like, you know, the sellers is showing their teeth kinda. Then it was a pretty strong green candle showing us, no, the buyers have their own strength. But now it's a red candle happened again, showing that maybe buyers lost all of their power on this candle because it was pretty big one, and now it could be a reversal. We can see by the RSI that our line of RSI is start getting out of the overbought zone. That could be the sign of the reversal as well. So here we have, guys, 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we close it in the plus. Perfect. Here I would actually open a trade again, sell. It's pretty good downward trend. Yes, it's some kind of the fluctuations here, but as always, so it's fine. I'm really interested about whether you think about future. Do you plan to trade for a long time, or do you have other interests that you want to dive and stop trading? Well, maybe maybe, but at the same time, I like what I do, and I don't know what should happen, for me to say, oh no, I want to quit. Sometimes, of course, I'm like a normal person. I'm having the burnout or something else because I'm not a robot, But at the same time, I think in the future, um, when I'm gonna be like 40 or something, I wanna rest, because there's so many things in the world actually that's giving you so much more emotions that I still didn't try maybe. And so I think in the future, as for all of the people that I also have talked about and everything that doing the business, I think the most coolest goal is to have the passive income from the real estate, for example, or from your business that working without you, and you're just having fun. You're just chilling, you're living your life, you have your family, you invest time in that, or maybe you're creating bigger projects. So of course, I think the really really great goal that I everyone recommend to do in the future is to have a passive income that really really comfortable for you. You don't need to work anymore. You retired literally. At the same time, you can do something that by your soul, some kind of the projects that you still want to, because I'm just kind of the person that I think would never stop, because I don't have this like, oh, I don't want to work anymore, never, because I feel like this is my goal and my mission, to do something for the people, even if it's gonna be something different, for example, in the future, who knows, because what's gonna be in the future. But at the same time, like, I always felt like I want to work and want to do something really cool and big, to be proud of myself, also to give my family the best thing. So I think it's a pretty good goal, to have a business that's passively working without you. You have a big team and everything. So I think this is a pretty good goal. So which videos do you recommend absolute beginners to learn about candlestick and support resistance levels? Oh, I have it in the YouTube. If you want to, you can text me in the private messages. I will send it to you, because now I think I will not be able to find it. So yep. Oh, it's almost the end of our live stream. I didn't even notice that. Crazy. Can you do a giveaway? Let's do that. Why not? What kind of giveaway you want, guys? Let me know. Because I was doing actually a lot before, for money, for $50, $100, for $200, I think, as well, or 400. I don't remember exactly. For the stars in the Telegram, I remember I was doing. So what do you think is gonna be better? Money, or some kind of surprise, or something else? Sometimes I even had a giveaway, not the giveaway, like a contest, and so one of the subscribers won a personal trading session with me. I don't do it anymore, and it was free, absolutely. And I never did a trading session personally for money or something else. It was just a constant contest, and I was doing a private trading session for a person, just a personal one, by the video and voice and everything. It was pretty cool, but it was free. It's cool that you started thinking about passive income early. I wish I did too. Well, it's never late. It's never late, definitely. But at the same time, for the, I think, 20 years of your life, you need to work really actively to have something passively after, maybe even more. So yeah, the earlier the better. $50, $100 for starters in Telegram. Okay, nice. Okay, that's pretty good. Crypto USDT. Okay. Yeah, well, when we had the contest, it was in crypto. Yeah, of course. So 35 seconds, guys, till the end. I think we will not close the trade, and we will continue trading in the VIP Club channel. So yeah, we will have a trading session there in 1 hour. So I need to prepare to answer to all of you also, because there's so many people that texting me right now about the trading session. So yeah, guys, thank you so much all for today's live stream. It was really nice. Thank you so much for your comments, for your activity. I really appreciate that a lot. So thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions, any problems, any things in your mind, you're always welcome in the private messages to ask me about anything. So guys, thank you so much all. Yeah, but didn't close this trade. It's not a good end, but anyway, we're gonna continue in the VIP Club channel in 1 hour, so guys, don't miss it out. Mwah. I love you all. Thank you again for your activity, and bye bye.